Yo, what is up, guys? It's me, Big Lewis, and today I'm going to be talking about a subject that is not really talked about in the community for one certain reason. Because everybody, and I mean everybody, has a different opinion on this. Everyone does. So I'll just get straight to it. The topic where I'm going to be discussing my thoughts about is Krunkers KPD, and a lot. Let's not sugarcoat it. This group of individuals gets a lot of fucking shit. They get a lot of fucking shit on Twitter. They get a lot of shit on Twitch, where people basically just talk shit about it and really put them down and shit. And yeah, there is a few problems which we're going to discuss later. We're going to discuss that in a minute. But before we start this, I just want to start by saying, like, bro, shut the fuck up. These guys, I'm not sure how many people are in the KPD exactly, but the thing is, boys, these are some statistics. Statistics I'm gonna be reading off from Thick's video where he interviewed Mr. Epic about the KPD and what they have done, and I'm pretty sure these numbers are pretty accurate since Mr. Epic himself is a pretty well respected member in the Krunker community, so I'm going to presume that these numbers are correct. So the KPD has tagged over 100,000 accounts. Now, this is a huge number. This is a huge fucking number, especially for an IO game. 100,000 accounts. I just want you guys to know that these guys have to go into these games. I'm not sure if they have to record these people or not. If they're streaming, maybe I don't know exactly the rules, but I do know that these guys had to go into 100,000 matches of Krunker in order to spectate these subjects that are showing signs of cheating. Just really good aim at like a really low level, or just straight up wall hacking. Like, you can pretty much, with a few hours in the game, you can pretty much tell who's hacking and who's not. But these guys go in and they need to decide one thing: is this person getting banned, or are they just getting let go? And they have to make this. They had to make that decision over 100,000 times, and I do mean over, because I guarantee, not half, but quite a few fucking times, there have been reports where it's just literally just a good player, is getting reported on, and they're going in and they see it's a good player and they have to leave. Or it's literally just a fucking joke. Like, it's clearly an alt or some shit and they know it's an alt account and they have to just leave. But they needed to check it anyway. So there are those false reports, very obvious false reports, that also get reported, and they just have to go in and check it. So yeah, it's way over 100,000 times they go into a match. And I just want to just say that is a shitload of fucking hours that they put in to do that. And the fact that people are giving them shit is fucking stupid. The fact that people are not respecting them for what they have done so far is stupid. Like, you can give them shit. Like, there are some obvious problems with the KPD, but man, shut the fuck up and please give them a little bit of respect. Try and say shit with a little bit of respect. Tell them the problems with a little bit more respect, because honestly, what the fuck have you done to help the fucking the hacking problem? These guys have put in a lot of hours, and I think we just got to respect that, at least. Again, there are concerns. We'll get to that in a sec. Like, Mr. Epic himself has tagged over 500 people. I can't imagine how many hours he's probably put into tagging people. And let's not forget that these guys also have shit going on outside of KPD. Like, a lot of these people that do KPD are well-respected individuals in the community already that do other stuff on top of KPD. So, like, the amount of hours they've sacrificed in order to do that, and not what they're doing right now for Mr. Epic, that's obviously making videos and shit, it's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. So you gotta give him respect for that. So now that I got that whole spiel about me basically saying you should respect the KPD for what they do a little bit more, show them a little bit of respect. Let's address the fucking problems that this system has. There is a few problems that even I have concerns about, but this first one isn't that much of a big deal, you know, because the likelihood of this shit happening, from what I can tell from Mr. Epic's comments, it's just incredibly rare to see. So that is false tags. False tags are 1 in 9,000. Apparently, this comes down to basically the complicated choice from the KPD officer whether to either ban or not ban the individual that they're watching. And, you know, sometimes they get that 1 in 9,000 chance of tagging a legit account. They tag a legit account. That's 1 in 9,000. Those are the statistics he fucking showed in the video. And honestly, I believe that, because the thing is, boys, the people that do get false tagged, they're just looking for, 1, attention, and 2, to be apologized and make a fool out of the fucking KPD. And to be honest with you, I think that's just stupid as hell. There are a few people that have legit just asked, my account got tagged, it's a false tag, it was an alt, sorry for the confusion. There are people like that who legitimately just get false tagged and they just want their account back. But there's also people that just make videos about getting false tagged and making it such a big fucking deal, which causes even more drama. And honestly, I think it's just a fucking shit show with all that. So false tags, it's not that big of a problem for me. It really isn't, because it's just fucking idiots being stupid. That's literally it. So another big concern that people have is CC privileges within the KPD. Now, the make this accusation is pretty dumb. Like, I can see why people think this, but at the same time, I really don't see why people think this. So for those who don't know about the whole big ship situation and all that, essentially the man was let go after hacking, essentially, and it didn't come up for until a few months later, which was a few weeks ago, and the clip of him hacking, it got leaked from the KPD Discord, and people were essentially saying, oh, CC privilege, oh, they let him go, what the fuck, because he was verified at this time when he was doing it, doing the hacking and shit, and people were saying, dude, they legit just dropped the ball on this. They legitimately dropped the ball on it. And to be quite honest, I really do think they did drop the fucking ball on this. Like, the guy was straight up hacking, yet, like, you can tell he was hacking, but they just didn't do shit about it. They didn't do shit about it. So, but I did see Mr. Epic's whole explanation about this in his rant on Twitter. But to be honest, I really do think he should have still been tagged at that point. There should have been something that happened. They dropped the ball on that completely. And another thing that came up is when these clips got leaked, he didn't even get fucking banned. After they got leaked, he didn't get banned at all. He was allowed to keep streaming and keep playing the game on that account, simply to get people their drops for the drop event. And that is really stupid to me. It really is stupid to me, how they just let him get away with that and didn't tag him, and they had to wait until drops were over. I don't see why he should have been banned on the fucking spot. He should have been. But no, that did not happen. That did not happen. And I know a lot of people in the KPD wanted this to happen, but it was the higher ups that said no. So you can't really blame most of the KPD for this. But again, it's so fucking dumb. It really is. He should have been banned right at the spot. So CC privilege, I don't believe it's a thing in the KPD. Maybe for the higher ups, but not for the people that did want big shit banned. So yeah, that's my thoughts on CC privilege within the KPD. So the last issue with the KPD I just wanted to discuss is the major inconsistency with the KPD. So I know a lot of people have actually said this before on their streams and all that, but I just can't help but agree with them. So essentially, you will report a player who you can see is most likely hacking, and the KPD is supposed to come in and arrest that person. Half the time, they don't come into the game for a solid 10 minutes. But there are times, guys, that they will be there like that. Like in 10 seconds after you report, they will legit just be there. Like some days, for me, some weeks it's just like that instant, and for some weeks it's like 2 lobbies, 3 lobbies, 4 lobbies later, and there is still no KPD, and I just end up leaving. So I don't know. The inconsistency problem is just, I think it's just a lack of numbers. There's just so many hackers. There's not much you can do about that, but besides add more KPD. But I can guarantee they don't really want to do that. I think the best solution is just to make an anti-cheat. I've talked about this before. Making an anti-cheat, I realize how hard it is. I do realize that it's probably hard for them to do, but again, there isn't that many fucking solutions here. So besides adding more KPD, which again, I don't think they want to do. So that's the last problem. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant of my own about KPD. And these guys, they deserve respect for what they do. They put in a lot of fucking time of their own time into this, just out of the love for the game, for the most part, definitely just for the love of the game. Just for the love of the game. That's funny. But no, they do it on their own free time, and they deserve a little bit more respect. But there is a few problems, which I went over, and they just need to be addressed. The higher-ups need to realize CCs aren't everything to this fucking game. If someone cheats, they deserve to be fucking hacker tagged. The scuff situation's a little bit more complicated, but in this case, he should have been fucking tagged in the first place. It's in my opinion. There are certain situations where you can talk it out and really kind of see what I'm talking about. But for the big ship situation, he should have been tagged. He should have fucking been banned while drops were going on, because I feel like that would have been a more appropriate response, a more fitting punishment. The inconsistency with KPD is also a problem. So that's all I wanted to say in this video. This video is a little bit longer than my usual ones, but that's all I have to say. Hope you have a good day.